If you're wondering what to watch on Apple TV in March, you picked the perfect time to tune in. March is shaping up to be one of the biggest months yet for Apple TV, with brand new series, returning favorites, and even live sports at no extra cost. From edge-of-your-seat thrillers and psychological dramas to family animation and epic sci-fi, there's something for everyone. In this video, we're breaking down everything new coming to Apple TV in March, so you know exactly what to add to your watch list. We'll go title by title, with dates, genres, and what you can expect from each show, plus the ongoing series you don't want to fall behind on. Let's get into it. Kicking off the month, we have a tense new thriller that fans of dark, character-driven stories are not going to want to miss. Arriving on March 4th is The Hunt, a French-language TV series that takes a simple weekend tradition and twists it into a terrifying nightmare. The story centers on Frank, played by Benoît Magimel, and his close-knit group of longtime friends. Their favorite ritual is heading out together on hunting trips every weekend, something they've done so often it's practically part of their identity. But one Sunday, everything changes. While they're out in the wilderness doing what they've always done, they encounter another group of hunters. At first, it seems like an ordinary run-in. Then, without warning and for reasons nobody understands, this other group turns on them. Suddenly, Frank and his friends find themselves being hunted instead of hunting. When one of Frank's friends is shot, the group is forced to fight back. In the chaos, they manage to bring one of their attackers down and narrowly escape with their lives. Traumatized and unsure what really just happened, the four friends make a fateful decision. They keep the entire incident a secret. Frank returns home and tries to slip back into his normal life with his wife Crystal, played by Melanie Laurent. But the illusion of normal doesn't last long. In the days that follow, he begins to feel watched. Little things seem out of place. Strange occurrences suggest that the people they escaped from might not be done with them, and that this time, they're looking for revenge. If you like survival thrillers, paranoia-drenched mysteries, and stories where you're never quite sure who's hunting who, The Hunt should be at the top of your Apple TV watch list for March. It delivers suspense, tension, and that slow burn feeling that something terrible is lurking just out of sight. Moving from thriller to high-octane, real-world action, March 7th marks the start of something huge for sports fans, especially racing enthusiasts. On March 7th, the 2026 Formula One season officially kicks off with the Australian Grand Prix, and Apple TV subscribers in the United States are getting front-row access. If you're an F1 fan, this is a big deal. Apple TV will offer full coverage of every race in the 2026 F1 season, plus bonus content and extras, at no additional cost beyond your existing subscription. That means if you're already paying for Apple TV, you'll be able to watch all the Grand Prix races, follow your favorite teams and drivers, and dive into extended coverage without needing a separate sports package. You can follow Formula One directly in the Apple TV app, so you never miss a session, qualifying, or race. Whether you're a long-time F1 fan or someone curious about getting into the sport, March is the perfect time to lock in and start the season from day one with the Australian Grand Prix. Next up, for viewers who love true crime, cult documentaries, and stories that blur the line between wellness and manipulation, Apple TV has a chilling new docuseries arriving mid-month. On March 13th, Twisted Yoga premieres on Apple TV. This true crime docuseries follows ex-members of a tantric yoga school who are finally ready to speak out. What started for them as a search for healing, wellness, spiritual growth, and community slowly turned into something much darker. Through interviews and personal accounts, Twisted Yoga explores how a group of people who simply wanted to improve their lives found themselves trapped in what they now describe as a cult. At the center of it all is a self-styled guru, a charismatic leader whose teachings and influence allegedly crossed the line into abuse and manipulation. The series examines how intelligent, well-meaning people can be drawn into controlling environments, how red flags are often missed or ignored, and how difficult it can be to break free once psychological, emotional, and social bonds are formed. It also follows their pursuit of justice, as ex-members work to hold those responsible to account. If you're into investigative storytelling, psychological exploration, and real-world horror stories that are as disturbing as they are compelling. Twisted Yoga is a must-watch new release on Apple TV this March. Then, on March 18th, Apple TV leans deeper into psychological territory with a brand-new scripted series. Imperfect Women arrives on March 18th, offering a layered psychological thriller that explores what happens when a single crime shatters the lives of 3 women who've been close for decades. This series isn't just about solving what happened. It's about digging into the emotional aftermath and peeling back the layers of a long, complicated friendship. At its core, Imperfect Women looks at guilt, retribution, loyalty, betrayal, and the choices we make that change the course of our lives forever. As an investigation into a major crime unfolds, we begin to see that the bond between these 3 women may not be as pure or as straightforward as it appears on the surface. Secrets emerge, buried tensions resurface, and the show asks hard questions about how well we can ever truly know the people closest to us. If you're drawn to character-driven mysteries with emotional weight and moral ambiguity, Imperfect Women is one of the standout psychological thrillers hitting Apple TV in March. Now, for families and younger viewers, Apple TV isn't just focusing on dark and intense content. There's also something bright, musical, and adventurous arriving later in the month. On March 20th, Wonder Pets in the City returns with its 2nd season. This kids and family series reimagines the Wonder Pets concept with a new trio of heroes, Izzy the guinea pig, Tate the snake, and Zuri the bunny. These aren't just ordinary classroom pets, they're tiny heroes with big hearts living in a kindergarten in New York City. Their classroom is home base, but their adventures take them all over the globe in their incredible jet car. Each mission is a rescue operation. An animal somewhere in the world needs help, and Izzy, Tate, and Zuri answer the call. What makes Wonder Pets in the City especially fun and engaging for kids is its musical approach. The show uses mini-opera-style storytelling, turning each rescue into a musical adventure filled with songs, rhythm, and repetition that younger viewers will love. Along the way, the series reinforces core themes like teamwork, problem-solving, empathy, and the idea that everyone has unique skills to contribute. When the situation gets tough, Izzy, Tate, and Zuri always come back to the same lesson. By combining their talents and working together, there's nothing they can't do. If you're a parent looking for a safe, uplifting, and entertaining kids show on Apple TV this March, Season 2 of Wonder Pets in the City is a great addition to the family queue. For sci-fi fans, late March brings one of the most anticipated returns on Apple TV. The next chapter in one of its longest-running science fiction shows. On March 27th, For All Mankind returns for Season 5. This alternate history sci-fi series has built a reputation as one of Apple TV's flagship dramas, and the new season jumps forward again in time. Season 5 picks up in the years following the audacious Goldilocks asteroid heist. In this timeline, humanity's presence in space has expanded dramatically, and Happy Valley, our base on Mars, has evolved into a thriving colony with thousands of residents. What started as a frontier outpost is now a bustling hub for new missions that aim to push deeper into the solar system than ever before. But with growth comes tension. As the Martian settlement grows more independent and self-sustaining, the nations of Earth begin insisting on more control, more rules, and more structure. They want law and order on the Red Planet, and not everyone living there agrees with their vision.